Ashwagandha is an ancient herb and a popular modern remedy. But what do we really know about this powerful adaptogen? Today, we'll dive into the history, legend, lore, and science behind ashwagandha. This is one of the most well-studied and diverse adaptogens, and you can see this by the number of different functional chocolates in our product line that we use it in. We have it in energy chocolate for its ability to improve endurance, it's in our tranquility chocolate for its stress relief benefits, and it's in our focus chocolate for its nootropic effects. Originating from the rich tapestry of Indian tradition, ashwagandha has been a cornerstone of Ayurvedic medicine for well over 2,500 years. Its name comes from Sanskrit and can be translated to mean the essence or the smell of a horse. Now, depending on how you interpret that, it could mean that it gives you the power of a stallion, or it could mean that it smells like the wrong end of a horse. It can definitely give you the power of a horse, but it doesn't necessarily have to smell and taste like that, even though most ashwagandha products do. We'll come back to that a little bit later. Legend has it that ashwagandha was gifted to mankind by the gods to heal ailments and restore balance. Its role in mythology and spirituality is actually quite profound. According to some myths, ashwagandha is believed to have originated from the celestial horse of the sun god, symbolizing vitality and strength. Ashwagandha has also been an essential ingredient in many spiritual rituals, especially those that focus on vitality, longevity, and fertility. It was often combined with other herbs in ritualistic preparations to invoke protection, strength, and clarity. It was also traditionally used by meditators to help achieve a clear state of mind, making it easier to access deeper levels of consciousness and spirituality. Traditionally, ashwagandha was used as a rasayana, or a rejuvenating tonic, believed to promote longevity and vitality. Its roots and berries were used to treat a myriad of different conditions, from stress and anxiety to fatigue to inflammation, and even some more severe disorders. Many people believed that it enhanced their cognitive abilities, improved their sleep, and boosted their sexual vitality. Now, fast forward to the 21st century, and ashwagandha has become one of the big players in the Western wellness landscape. It's really one of the best overall adaptogens for helping to build both physical and mental stress resilience, also for supporting healthy hormone balance and maximizing the results of your physical training, and also supporting cognitive health. Far more studies have been done on ashwagandha than I could possibly ever cover in just one video. But I want to share with you a handful of my favorite ones, and you can always find quite a lot more on our channel here. If you're enjoying this video so far, please do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you'd like to see more videos about powerful adaptogens. Now, in the next few minutes, you're going to hear me talk a lot about these things called withanolides. Ashwagandha's Latin name is Withania somnifera, and the primary group of active compounds in ashwagandha are called withanolides, and withanolide A is the most popular one of these. But don't forget that withanolides aren't the only beneficial compounds in ashwagandha. It also has other beneficial compounds. You see things in here like flavonoids and saponins and amino acids, vitamin A and choline, so there's a lot happening inside this little root. The first study we're going to look at is from 2005, and many years ago, this is what got me to really start taking ashwagandha very seriously. In this study, they looked at severely damaged neurons, like you might see with a major traumatic brain injury or with heavy metal toxicity. When damaged nerve cells in rats were treated with withanolide A, the nerve cells began to grow back, and their long projections and branch-like parts and the nerve cell connections started to rebuild. They even went one step further and wanted to see if this could help memory function. And this time they tested it on memory-impaired mice who had damaged nerve cells in the brain. When they were given the ashwagandha extract, not only did their memory improve, but the damage to the nerve cells in certain brain regions also started to show signs of recovery. But what about in humans? So in a 2017 pilot study from the Journal of Dietary Supplements, they gave 300 milligrams of ashwagandha root extract or a placebo to a group of 50 adults for an 8-week period. And they found that ashwagandha effectively enhanced both immediate and general memory in these people with mild cognitive impairment. It was also able to improve attention, information processing speed, and mental skills. So we know it's good for the brain, but what about the brawn? Let's see what the research says in the physical fitness department. In this 2015 study, they had 50 men and women either take ashwagandha extract or a placebo for 12 weeks with the intention of seeing how it would affect their cardiovascular fitness and the overall quality of life. To test their cardio fitness, they used the VO2 max test and a standardized questionnaire to assess their overall quality of life. After 12 weeks, the ashwagandha group had increased their VO2 max by an average of 5.67 units, compared to only 1.86 units for the placebo group, so a much more significant increase there over the placebo. And the ashwagandha group also reported better quality of life in areas like physical health, mental well-being, social relationships, and their environment. Now that's the cardio, but what about strength training? In this 2015 study from the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition, 29 young men took 300 milligrams of ashwagandha extract twice a day, and 28 other guys took placebos. And these were apparently beginners when it comes to weightlifting, and they did weight training and took the ashwagandha for 8 weeks. And at the beginning and the end, the researchers measured muscle strength, muscle size, body fat percentage, testosterone levels, and their muscle recovery. And compared to the placebo group, the ashwagandha group lifted significantly more weight in the bench press and the leg extension exercises. They had a larger increase in arm and chest muscle size, and they had better recovery after the exercise, and a bigger increase in testosterone levels, and last but not least, they lost more body fat. Now that study was done just on men, and I haven't seen a comparable study done on women. But to try to keep things balanced here, here's a study that was done just on women. And it didn't involve working out in the traditional sense, but it did involve a type of physical activity that's a lot more fun than lifting weights. This study was done on a group of 50 women ages 21 to 50 with female sexual dysfunction. 25 of them took 300 milligrams of ashwagandha twice a day for 8 weeks, and the other group took a placebo. After 8 weeks, the ashwagandha group reported improvements in the area of arousal, lubrication, and climax. So, ashwagandha was great for these women when they were sleeping with their partners, but we know no actual sleep was being had there. But how does ashwagandha affect actual sleep? In this 2020 study from the Journal of Ethnopharmacology, a group of 80 people participated, and 40 of them had insomnia and 40 didn't. And in each of these two groups, half of them took ashwagandha and the other half took a placebo. They measured sleep latency, which is how long it takes you to fall asleep, and they also measured total sleep time, sleep efficiency, which is a percentage of the time that you're in bed that you're actually asleep, the overall sleep quality, and their levels of anxiety. Not surprisingly, both groups that were taking ashwagandha showed improved sleep, but the improvement was especially significant in the insomnia group. The biggest areas of improvement were in sleep latency and sleep efficiency. And I've saved probably the best for last: stress and anxiety, which more people are dealing with now than ever. Many studies have looked at the benefits of ashwagandha in this department, but here's one that I like in particular. 64 people with a history of chronic stress were separated into two groups. One group took 300 milligrams of high-potency, full-spectrum ashwagandha extract twice a day, and the other group took a placebo. After 60 days, the ashwagandha group felt a lot less stressed than the placebo group, and blood tests confirmed that they had lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is great for stress in humans, but will it work for my stressed dog? According to this study, it actually does help with signs of stress and anxiety in dogs too. Now, before you go ashwagandha shopping, it's important to be aware that not all ashwagandha products are created equal. Many are what we call a crude powder, meaning that they just take the dry root and grind it into a powder. And this isn't very potent and it's not very bioavailable either, but it is cheap. So unfortunately, many people buy this and totally write off ashwagandha when they don't see any results. Now, when it comes to the extracts, some are made using just the root, whereas some are made using a combination of the root and the leaves. Now, the reason that some companies add in the leaves is that this allows them to reach higher levels of one certain beneficial compound from ashwagandha called withaferin A, and they're able to then claim this higher level on the label, making themselves look better. Now, there's a few arguments against doing this. First, in traditional Ayurvedic use, they were specifically using the root for thousands of years, not the leaf. So we have a longer historical profile of safety and efficacy. And then most of the modern research on ashwagandha safety and efficacy has been done specifically on root extracts. So we also have a better safety profile established from that angle as well. I'd really love for you to try our ashwagandha extract from Addictive Wellness. It's a full spectrum, high-potency root extract from a certified organic source. And unlike most ashwagandha products, which have a pretty undesirable flavor and smell, ours is actually very mild and pleasant. In our journey today through the world of ashwagandha, we've explored its deep-rooted history, its mythical significance, and the promising scientific research that's backing its traditional uses. From boosting cardiovascular endurance to enhancing sleep quality, this ancient herb truly holds a special place both in traditional and modern wellness. And as we continue to unearth the potential of nature's gifts, ashwagandha stands as a testament to the timeless wisdom of adaptogens. Now, before you go, here's a link to a video that I think you'd enjoy watching next. And here's one the YouTube algorithm thinks you'd enjoy. And there's a link to our website if you're ready to give ashwagandha a try. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time.